Or
I think there's a many ways to kind of explain the interpret on that. So very ordinary level, the interpretation. So no devoid of gift means. So the giver actually is from one aspect. The giver is one who has owned that gift and giving to the others. And then if he is ultimate giver, and he shouldn't be receive anything from it. If the giver is not receiving anything, there's no beneficial at all for him why he would give. So if there's the benefit, and he is not only the giver, he is also the receiver. So there is no ultimate giver. So if you give, the hungry person one bread, so you also expect, by giving this, you may receive some kind of merit, or you expect something. So you become, in that case, you are also the receiver, you know. So, and you receive through whom? Through the destitute person. He is not, ultimately destitute. So he can help you to accumulate the merits, right? Giving the birds and the cats, you know. So even they have no intention to give you anything, there are the conditions that that can make you a receiver, right? So there is no ultimate giver, right? And then the second thing is there is no giver that intrinsically exists. Means there is no giver, there is no me, and intrinsically exist. So if there is no me that intrinsically exists, inherent in the body, inherent in the mind, inherent in emotion, inherent in elements. So the elements, the bodies, the sense powers, the emotions, the perceptions are totally devoid of existing of self. So how can there be, giver that solidly exists that you can say, I am this, right? So there is no giver, therefore there's nothing to attach that can allow you to take pride on I am the one who giving. And then the substance, you say, substance, the substance, the bread or the money or anything. So that is also, the value, but conventionally. You know. So it's involved not only you. You are not only one that valuing that gift that can be given to someone who can use it. There's a whole people, you know. So the dollar, the value of the dollars is not just the value by one person. So whole world, you know, the financial, what do you call, uh, economic, that gives the value to that. Then you are able to give as the gift to the others. Otherwise, just paper. If you gives one, you tear down one page from it and give to others. So I don't need it. There is no value. Value is not given by or imposed by one person. So many. So that's why the gift is not intrinsic. You know. So sometimes you see the France money, United States dollar. The France money looks better. You can see through. That's right. You can wash it many times; it will still there. So it's kind of not the substance itself is the gift. As the gift is they characterize the by the people by the people. Right? So we have $1, $5 that the value is given by whole world, not by yourself. So there is no independent gift to give. So there is no independent receiver because, there is no sentient beings. There is no male or female, intrinsically or inherent in the body and the mind. And also giving is sometimes, say, uh, so bodhisattva's dedications, uh, and sometimes in the text it says, the hell beings, and some very short time, they can feel kind of, the cold air, feel comfortable, the pleasures. So that is also, the result of their previous karma or the bodhisattva's dedications or the relatives and their friends, their dedications. They can, turn that the air and cool and that brings the pleasure to the individual. So there is no kind of intrinsic things. Sometimes, you can have pleasures after the exercise and go outside fresh and you can experience the breeze of that, So, oh, this is very comfortable. It's a beautiful day. So, and then maybe they will disappear in the 5 minutes. So So in this way, the saying, gift, giver, the receivers, intrinsically, uh, not exist. So relatively, relatively. So if relatively, there is no independent giver, there is no independent receiver. So there is no independent receiver. There's just receiver, not giver. There is no such thing. So when you receive, you give, right? I think it's in India there it says, business people, spending is earning. So more you spend, you earn. If you don't spend, you should keep everything. So there's no increasing, And sometimes they say, oh, the substance that you give more, it will become less. Knowledge that you give more, it, it increases. So now we have to think. And why we say more you spend, more you earn. So devoid of the gift and the receiver, the givers. So there is no self or person that intrinsically exists. I think that's the self is so right now in our mind the self means who controls, who uh, is the owner. So there is no owner or controller or air that you breathe in and out. So you cannot control. Once you breathe in, it has to go out. Once you breathe out, and it automatically breathes in. So there is no self who is doing that. It's just your what do you call the pipe. It's the nature of the pipe. So lung, the muscle, they are all doing the breathing in and out. You are not doing it. So, and I am looking, but I am looking. I don't want to look at it. So looking is. So eye sense powers, consciousness, the mental, attention to the colors. So these are whole, the relatively, and relatively generating that kind of seeing and not seeing. There is no one single entity as the eye who controls looking and not looking, seeing and not seeing. So everything we are doing, they're like, if you are thinking of I am breathing, you are thinking of I am seeing, you are thinking of I am feeding myself, you are thinking about doing something, I am doing something, I'm walking, I'm sitting. So the artificial intelligence, that is artificial intelligence. So,